Hey Maxleets, how do we develop better eating habits? Well, that depends. The first thing that you really want to ask yourself is, what is the goal that I want to achieve? So you have to set a particular goal, and I mean a health goal, in mind. For some people, it may be that they want to be able to lose weight and they want to be able to have a particular diet that will allow them to lose weight either the fastest or lose weight in the fastest but healthiest way. So it all depends on what it is that you're looking for. For someone else, the goal may be that I want to be able to consistently eat clean, which is essentially eating healthy foods or foods that are considered healthy consistently over time. Once you've identified your specific goal, then you want to look at your eating regimen now. So number 2 is to look at your current eating regimen or look at your current diet and look at the areas where you may be struggling, or look at the areas where whatever your eating practices are hindering you from your goal. Number 3 is to focus on the behaviors that are hindering your goals or hindering your progress. So we'll call these the limiting behaviors. Number 4 is to identify and break down the limiting beliefs behind those behaviors. So a lot of times there's a belief that's behind, or the reason why you keep doing that behavior, that limiting behavior, over and over. So once we identify what that limiting belief is, we start to break it down into levels. So an example would be that if I like, candy, and I just love eating candy, 5-6 times a week, then I may say then the belief behind that is I like it because it makes me feel good every time I eat it. Or if I'm really, really stressed about something, after eating it, it makes me calm, or it makes me feel better. So that is the belief. The belief is, if I eat candy, it'll make me feel like this. So that's something to start to break down, where you can say, are there other things that can make me feel better that's healthy? Is a healthier version of the candy going to give me the same satisfaction? And if the answer is you're not sure, then you can try that out. Or you could say, well, what if I replaced it with something else that's healthier? Would that still give me that? Because if you say I'm not going to have candy, that's not going to be enough, because you're going to still need to fill that void. Because remember, the belief is, if I eat candy, it'll make me feel good. So you're trying to fulfill that need of feeling good. And if you don't replace it with something else is going to fill the void. So it's either going to be a different type of candy or something else that might be just as unhealthy, or if not worse. And number 5 has 2 components, so it depends on which path you choose. So number 5 is either to replace the behavior with another behavior that's equivalent to satisfy that belief, or change the belief. So it really depends on what you're going for. So if you are replacing behavior, going back to our previous example of, if I eat candy, I'll feel good, if that's the belief that you have, then you can replace it with, if I have this alternative. For example, let's just say if I have strawberries, or if I have apples, or I have a smoothie with fruits and vegetables in it, will that give me the same satisfaction? If the answer is yes, you've now developed a better eating habit, and you can keep doing that. If it's an issue of a belief, where it's something of, whenever I eat this, it brings me to a memory of my childhood that makes me feel good. So if that's the case, then it might be now a belief of, do I have to keep having that all the time? So if you're having it 7 days a week, the question now becomes, do I change my belief to having 7 days a week to, I can maybe have this 3 days a week and still have the same satisfaction, or still have that same feeling of that happy childhood memory. So now you're still replacing the behavior, but now you've also replaced the belief that you need to have it all the time to have that feeling. So try those things out. That is developing better eating habits in 5 steps. Let me know how that works out for you guys. And until next time, you max your life.